There are tons of street food around the world, in every city, country, and region. To help navigate this maze, we've put together a list of amazing, cheap street food you must try. From churros in Spain to taiyaki in Japan, you'd be amazed at what $1 can get you. You don't want to miss this. Let's go, guys! Number 10. Hot dogs, USA. Hot dogs/sausages are probably the most consumed street food in the United States. Very few foods can be thought to be as quintessentially American as a freshly made hot dog. The history of hot dogs has been quite contentious, to say the least. It is believed by some that it originated from Vienna, Austria. In contrast, others argue that it is originally from Frankfurt, Germany. That aside, with as little as $1, you can enjoy this cooked sausage filled with meat trimmings, fat, and spiced with paprika, garlic, and salt. It is also typically grilled or steamed and garnished with ketchup, mustard, people's favorite, onions, mayo, pickled pepper, and lots more. These tasty bad boys can be found in stands along most streets in America and in various places around the world. Did you know that about 20 billion hot dogs are consumed annually by Americans? Now you do. Number 9. Kimbap, South Korea. The kimbap or gimbap is South Korea's answer to Japanese sushi. They are made with steamed white rice and dried seaweed, which is similar to Japanese sushi. But there are two major differences: rice and filling. The Japanese sushi rice is seasoned with vinegar, while kimbap is cut with sesame oil and sweet water. The fillings in sushi are mostly made of raw fish, salmon, tuna, chopped scallops, while kimbap's inside layer consists of cooked or preserved stuff like kimchi, canned tuna, bulgogi, and ham and cheese. Healthy and tasty rolls are lifesavers for budget travelers. Kimbap can be found packed onto street carts in South Korea and bought for as little as 1,500 won per wrap, which is approximately $1. The next street food will amaze you. Stay tuned. Number 8. Pretzel Germany. Whenever you find yourself in Germany or any other European country, be sure to try pretzels. They are one of the cheapest street foods you can find in Germany, usually around 60 cents to $1.80. Pretzels are a type of baked pastry made from dough pulled and twisted into a looped shape, then sprinkled with salt. The salt usually complements the washing soda or light treatment that gives pretzels their traditional skin and flavor. Other seasonings that can be sprinkled on it include cheese, sugar, chocolate, cinnamon, seeds, nuts, and more. The most amazing thing about pretzels is their origin. Although not well founded, it is believed that we have a frustrated monk with leftover dough to thank for the invention of the soft pretzel. The monk decided to create a treat to motivate his students. He pulled out ropes of dough, twisted them to look like hands crossed on the chest in prayer, which he called pretiola, little rewards, and baked them. While the hard pretzel, which has a longer shelf life, was credited to a snoozing apprentice who accidentally overbaked his pretzels. Number 7. Taiyaki Japan. The sight of the taiyaki is enough to make anyone salivate and fantasize about having its sweet fillings fill your mouth as you take a bite. Taiyaki is a fish-shaped cake sold on the streets of Japan and other parts of Asia. Made from pancake batter or waffle, taiyaki is made by pouring the batter into a fish-shaped mold for each side. The stuffing is then put on one side of the mold, and the mold is closed. Then it is cooked on both sides till it is golden brown. It is mostly stuffed with red bean paste made from sweetened adzuki beans. Otherwise, it is filled with vanilla custard, sweet potato, cheese, chocolate, or meat. They cost within the region of $1 to $2 and are quite delicious for a small price. Number 6. Paav Bhaji, India. Paav Bhaji is a famous Indian street food that is made up of vegetable mash and soft buns. Paav Bhaji is usually served with a generous amount of butter topped along with some freshly cut onions and lemon juice to give it a rich, satisfying taste. The butter-toasted paavs, bread, are best eaten along with the vegetable mash, or bhaji. The mash may include vegetables like potatoes, onions, carrots, chilies, bell pepper, peas, and tomatoes. The food originated as a quick lunchtime dish for textile mill workers in Mumbai before being sold in street stalls and restaurants. This meal is also being sold for as little as $1, depending on the city you're in. Before we look at the next cheap street food, we'd like you to show some love by smashing that like button and subscribing to our channel. Thanks! You won't believe what the next street food is named after. Let's move on. Number 5. Churros Spain. Churros are another cheap street food that is regarded as lifesavers for every low-budget traveler. These irresistibly sweet and crispy snack is a deep-fried pastry treat in the form of sticks, spirals, or curls. Churros are a close neighbor to donuts, only they are crispier. The characteristic shape of the dough is due to the fact that the dough is piped straight into the hot oil through a container or piping bag, chorrera, with a star-shaped nozzle. You could decide to eat churros as they are, but we recommend trying them dipped in hot chocolate or rolled in cinnamon sugar. Some say its name is gotten from a Spanish sheep, churra, whose horns resemble the churro. It is rumored that Portuguese sailors discovered the churro in China and brought it back to Iberia. It is sold in cafes and on the streets, where they are sold for about $1. Number 4. Pastel de nata, Portugal. Portugal may be known for its delicious seafood, bowl of rice, pork sandwiches, clams, and endless glasses of wine. Still, there is something sold in its streets that is sure to give you a feel of the rich culinary culture of the Portuguese. Pastel de nata. Pastel de nata is an egg custard tart pastry sprinkled with cinnamon that is dangerously delicious. They are so good, you can't stop at one. Try one, and you're hooked for life. The pastries were created by monks of the Geronimo's Monastery in Belém, western Lisbon, who had so much egg yolk to play with after using several egg whites to starch their wares in the absence of laundry detergent. So they decided to use the excess yolks to make a treat, which they later sold to sustain the monastery. Today, the pastel de nata is one of the must-try foods in Portugal. Best part? They go for about $1. Number 3. Banh mi, Vietnam. Banh mi is the Vietnamese word for bread. But there's more to these delicious and satisfying sandwiches than what its name connotes. The sandwich is made up of baguette-like bread filled with meat, herbs, and vegetables like pickled carrots and cucumber, with a spread of mayo or margarine and delicious soy sauce, topped with chili sauce or peppers. Banh mi is one of the safer street foods you can find in Vietnam. Its origin is traced to the French colonization of Vietnam in the mid-19th century, before it became a staple food in the 20th century. It earned its distinctive Vietnamese style during the 1950s, after the French soldiers returned home, making the food affordable and accessible to the locals. Number 2. Bao, aka Baozi, China. Say hello to, or should we say bow down to, steamed buns, simple buns, or little eats, as they are so often called. Bao, pronounced bao, or Baozi, we'll let you figure out how that's pronounced, is a warm, tasty, fluffy treat of stuffing wrapped inside a sweet white dough. It is made with a mix of flour, baking powder, yeast, sugar, milk, and oil. It is said to be a tad sweeter than its close cousin, the dumpling, and is mostly filled with pork or vegetables. Bao is said to have been invented by 3rd century military strategist Zhuge Liang. Eating the perfect bao bun sold on the streets of China is likened to eating a cloud. Fluffy, light, and surprising. Number 1. Tacos, Mexico. Tacos are not only a well-known and highly regarded street food in Mexico, but they've also found their way into the hearts of many in other parts of the world. Regarded as Mexico's favorite food, tacos are corn or flour tortillas, which wrap around a meaty, fishy, or veggie filling, topped with diced onions, avocado or guacamole, cilantro, and salsa, alongside any other extras of your choosing. Taco is predated before the arrival of the Spanish in Mexico. There is strong evidence that the people living in the lake region of the Valley of Mexico, present-day Mexico City, ate tacos stuffed with small fish. That's the end of the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.